ITV News.
Hello, I'm Anila, Dhami. They came so close. Arsenal were within touching distance of a first ever Champions League title in Budapest, but came unstuck in the cruelest of ways in the penalty shootout. But there were ugly scenes across France as PSG fans clashed with police, with hundreds arrested. David Harper reports.
A penalty in Budapest that ended Arsenal's hopes of a Champions League title, but began a huge party in Paris.
We knew it was going to be a great match. It got to penalties, and in the end, we got it. And they're
It's the second year in a row that PSG have won the Champions League, but it's also the second year in a row that the celebrations have led to unrest. After hundreds were injured in the French capital last year, shops had already taken precautions and extra police had been deployed in anticipation of disorder. As tensions rose, missiles were fired at officers. They then used tear gas to try to disperse crowds of fans. More than 400 people were detained. At one point, the main ring road around the city was briefly blocked. As darkness fell, around 20,000 people gathered on the Champs-Élysées. This man said he went there to celebrate PSG's victory, but was hit with police tear gas.
How do you feel? Terrible.
Back in Budapest, Arsenal fans were less animated. One word summed up their reaction to the result.
Gutted.
Gutted.
Gutted. I feel gutted, bruv.
Gutted. Absolutely gutted, mate.
It's a feeling shared by the team's manager.
Pain. That's it. When you are so close in the competition and you are a few penalty kickouts away from winning the biggest football club competition, that's the way we should feel.
But hopefully that pain will be short-lived. The team return home to celebrate their Premier League victory in front of crowds in North London this afternoon. David Harper, ITV News.
Well, Arsenal fans have already started to gather for their trophy parade to celebrate their Premier League title. Our correspondent Ellie Pitt sent us this from North London.
This is the moment Arsenal fans have been waiting for 22 years, and you can kind of tell. I hope you can hear me over the vuvuzelas and the crowd noise. Hundreds of thousands of fans have come out into North London. The streets are just a sea of red and white shirts. They want to get a look, of course, of the bus, of the players on it, and that all-important trophy. You might have thought that loss in Budapest last night that meant they missed out on doing the double and winning the Champions League as well might have left a bitter taste in the fans' mouths, but I think you can tell from the atmosphere, far from it. Those I've spoken to said they're disappointed about that, but it doesn't take away from this moment and recognising the struggle that it's taken to get here. 3 seasons in a row they've been runners-up, but now they finally get to see the silverware. What will happen next season? Will Mikel Arteta's methods bring them success again? Difficult to say, but right now, this time is all about enjoying the fact that that long wait to lift the league trophy is finally over.
And you can watch Arsenal's trophy parade live on ITVX from 2 o'clock. Nicola Sturgeon says she's been subjected to humiliation and vilification by her estranged husband after he embezzled £400,000 from the SNP. In her first interview since Peter Murrell admitted stealing from the party, Sturgeon told the BBC she didn't know about his crimes.
I have been deceived, I've been lied to, I've been betrayed, as it turns out, over a lengthy period of time, by somebody I thought I knew, by somebody I loved, by somebody I trusted and had never been given any reason until the last 3 years to think that I couldn't trust.
Wes Streeting says the government should cut employers' national insurance contributions and drill for more oil and gas in the North Sea. Puts him at odds with the government, which he resigned from a fortnight ago. The former Health Secretary's previously said he'll take part in any future Labour leadership contest. And Brighton take on Manchester City this afternoon at Wembley in the Women's FA Cup final. It's the Seagulls' first ever final, whilst City are chasing their first domestic double after they won the Women's Super League. Kick-off is at 3. Finally, one of the divers who helped free 5 men trapped in a cave in Laos has described his relief at finding the men after they spent 10 days underground. The men were found alive in the cave after it was flooded by rainwater, although 2 other men remain missing. Graham Stothard reports.
The moment they were reunited, a moment of pure elation. These men, covered in mud, had been trapped deep underground for 10 days, in a cave system made almost totally impassable by heavy rains. Were it not for a team of expert divers, these wouldn't have been tears of joy. Mikko Pasai from Finland was among the first to find the men.
When I entered the chamber and saw them all alive, it took a few seconds to realize that actually, yes, I'm seeing correctly, and I'm sure the other way around too.
That was on Wednesday. It took 3 more days for the water to drop sufficiently for them to get out.
Meeting their families and waiting outside and giving them hugs, and that was very happy and emotional moment.
5 men rescued are now recovering. 2 are still missing, and heavy rains have once again flooded the cave. Divers are preparing to go back in to look for them. Graham Stothard, ITV News.
That's all for now. We'll be back at 25 to 4. But until then, hope you have a great day. Goodbye.